Oh, crazy. Let's see when people start joining in. How about this? Can you go down to share and the URL? Copy. And then hit command. Just hold command, I mean. And then command and click on Facebook. Is that the right one? No. Go to on my timeline. Go. No. Don't. So share on your timeline. There you go. Is there a page?
On your timeline, share on a page you manage.
Page you manage. That's the one.
That's it.
Cool.
Post.
Type in the this is my first time. Yeah. That sounds.
Same thing.
Yep. Thank you. And then same thing to Twitter.
Yeah.
We have one visitor. Yes.
One loyal fan.
So delete something is -4. Just take away this is.
I think you can go C.
Yeah. Okay. Is that it? Oh shoot, 9 people. Oh shoot.
There we go.
This is awkward. I didn't know how awkward this would be until right about this minute. Can you go up to the chat and then see if... Got it. And ask people... Close. Ask people, can everybody hear me? Hear us? Hear us? Getting ready.
It's a little quiet, but yeah.
It's a little quiet, but yeah. Okay. We'll move this over a little bit.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh. Okay, that was really creepy. I'm trying not to make sounds like that. Okay. Thank you, John. Alrighty. Yep. So we don't know what we're doing here, but yesterday, Radiohead, as you know, released A Moon-Shaped Pool, their 9th studio album. And I was helping my fiance get ready to remodel her kitchen. This was planned not very well on my part, but, you know, Radiohead doesn't like to pay attention to normal people's schedules. So, while everybody else was listening to the album, I was cleaning out her cupboards and organizing things that we're going to take with us, that we're going to, when we move a few months from now after we get married, and stuff to give to my parents, stuff to sell in a yard sale. And I was thinking about the album the whole time, and I wanted to listen to it on the way to my Mother's Day dinner. But again, I couldn't really enjoy that album because I realized time was going to be a crunch, and I would want to sit down properly and process it afterwards and talk about it with her, you know, with whoever I wanted to kind of text and, you know, give some initial opinions or feedback about. And it just never happened. After Mother's Day dinner, it was very, very late, and Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 3 came on. So I thought, well, I got to know what happens with Jon Snow. and I might. And tomorrow my schedule is somewhat clear, other than one lesson which I forgot to show up to, because I'm a terrible teacher. But Kevin's with me today, and he's helping me get ready to listen to this album for the first time. So I have not heard this album at all. I have not heard the album. I have heard the Burn the Witch single, as you guys probably know, because I broke the song down. Same thing with Daydreaming. But as for tracks 3 through 11, I have not heard it at all. And so this could be very, very awkward and very boring, or it could be kind of fun as you watch my reactions. I'm trying not to think too hard about how I'm gonna react to this album. But the first time I listen to an album, I like to listen straight through, just straight through. Okay, so I got my headphones. These are Grado Prestige Series. I almost never use these because.
Everything is saying almost fully panned to the left.
Just so you know. Oh yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you know what? I'll move this. Testing. How is it now? Fully panned to the left still? Or a little bit to the right as well? How about now? Testing. You guys won't be able to hear much because I don't want to get hit with another copyright content ID thing from YouTube. So I'm trying to just play them on my open ear headphones so you can kind of hear a little bit.
Better, thanks.
Oh, who was that?
Evan Clear guy that said.
Evan Clear.
He said much better.
Cool. All right. I'm glad we're doing it a little better now. The third live stream, and maybe now it doesn't sound super amateur like it did back the first time we did it. So these are my Grado SR325Is. It sounds like it's a BMW, like a race car, but they're just really nice open ear headphones, meaning that I can hear everything outside. And thus, these headphones are not for listening in a cafe or in like a public place. They're for listening at home, and they're very beautiful and open sounding. So like you can hear all the kind of airiness of a recording. I'm not an audiophile, but audiophiles supposedly like these headphones. So here we go. Yeah. If you guys would like to listen along, that's a great idea, Kevin. If you would like to listen along, we'll get started in about a minute. But I am missing one really important thing. I got my guitars, got my headphones. I think I'm missing coffee.
Oh, geez, sir. Here you go.
What else are pedal board cases for, other than, putting coffee there? Alrighty. Are you ready, guys? We can start to listen together. Thank you for joining. This is my first time listening to Radiohead's A Moon-Shaped Pool, and we'll start in about 10 seconds. So, Kevin, go over to iTunes and hit it for me.
I hope everybody's ready.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Double click. Go ahead. Can you mute the false start? We'll get a copyright issue if we keep going like this. Sorry, folks. Working out the kinks. Go back to that one, yeah. And then mute the other way around. Mute that, and then unmute that. All right. Yeah, same thing. Yeah. Okay. 10, 9. We're professionals. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Hey, can you turn it down a little bit? Turn it a little bit more. Burn the Witch. Like Warren's listening to Burn the Witch. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Hearing with these headphones is like there's crazy stuff going on in the left ear I didn't even know about when I was listening to it the first time. Okay, can you tell them we're listening to Daydreaming now? Thanks. Not ready to cry on camera, but like if you're just joining us, you know? Phil's in.
Yeah.
He finally showed up in the album. Phil's here. Everybody. Phil Selway. third song. He's a patient man.
Yeah.
I definitely hear a little bit of Jose Gonzalez influence in this song. The spirit of Jose Gonzalez. So funky. This song's awesome. Can you hear it a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
You go, Colin. Funky Colin. Oh man, the song's so good and minimal. They've been listening to some old funk stuff. Can you turn on my amp? And throw me my pick real quick. Oh, it's already over.
People are saying,
Yeah.
the sound on the stream isn't great. So you want to pause here since we just finished the track?
Say what?
The sound on the stream is terrible, Warren. It's crackly.
It's
Crackly sound.
crackly sound.
Here, let me pause. Do you want to pause the album real quick?
Okay, what's going on? What's going on with this stream?
Some people say the sound of the stream is bad, the crackle is bad, but you're not really supposed to hear it. So
Oh.
that's one on copyright strike. People saying the music is static.
I'll try not to breathe on the mic. Maybe I'm breathing on the mic.
Yeah, it might be a mic thing. Crackly, static, echoey, maybe positive.
No.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good one.
You killed it. Okay. So what are we gonna do right now?
It's the stream in general.
Is the stream in general?
Electronic interference. Maybe mic interference.
Is it from the amp?
Yeah.
Why don't you turn off the
Stream's
amp?
having an issue.
The whole stream's having an issue. Oh, that sucks.
It might just be one mic. I don't know, I'm getting
one giving me an issue? Is there anybody having an issue with this mic? Tap, tap.
Yeah, it's that nice.
So what's wrong with this one? What
Um,
exactly is wrong with this one?
maybe my touch is cracking.
Okay, how about this? Unplug the duet from the computer, like that one over there. Just unplug it. RPG system sound. There you go.
There we go.
Okay.
That's perfect. Much better.
Woo! Okay, so can we
Good.
go back to the beginning of Desert Island Disc?
Yes.
Tell everybody we're about to start Desert Island Disc in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Evan Luther, ask Warren to explain that riff real quick.
1. Oh, okay. Before I start, Evan Luther, is that right?
Yeah.
Evan Luther, explain the riff. The real beauty in the riff is how simple it is. It's very syncopated because you got a 16th note subdivision in the measure, and you go 1E and a 1E and a 2E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E 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 and a. All of the notes happen on the anda, which if you divide one measure into 16 equal parts, you have 1 anda, 2 anda, 3 anda, 4 anda. And the anda are the 3rd and 4th subdivision, the 7th and 8th subdivision, the 11th and 12th subdivision, and the 15th and 16th subdivision. Meaning if you divided a measure into 16 equal parts, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15, 16, like that. Okay? I'm terrible at counting that real time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that I can't count 15, 16, there's too many syllables there. That's why we use 1E and a 2E and a 2E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a. That's why that riff is so cool. The pitches that are being used are the just basic notes from like the minor pentatonic scale. A minor pentatonic is one of the first minor pentatonic scales any guitar player learns because it can be used over a wide variety of chord changes and tonalities. It can be used over a major key, it can be used over a mixolydian, it can be used over a Dorian, it can be used over a blues scale. So A minor pentatonic is all that's being used there, and it's pretty awesome. But and I think think the part in that song is kind of a Mixolydian type of scale. One of Radiohead's favorite modes is Mixolydian. But I don't remember because I was too into it to care about the theory. The theory only helps me later on when I want to get deeper into the song, break it apart, and do something with it. Which I may do something with at the end of this listening session. But in the interest of finishing the album, let's carry on. Hey, Kevin, can you help me? Hit Desert Island Disc. I'm locked in my recording cage right now.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you. If you can also let people know on the text.
Somebody has posted a link to this on our Radiohead.
Cool. So can you chat in the chat? Put that we're listening to it now. Desert Island Disc is awesome, right off the bat. That's an American expression, right off the bat. It's like a mixture of a major and a minor scale. There are some elements of Arabic stuff too. He changed the melody from the Paris version. And there was like an extended intro too. This album is so groovy. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Change of scale. Nice. Back to the Mixolydian. Radiohead loves Mixolydian. Mark my words. Nice. Now we're on to Full Stop. Oh man, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I'm ready for Full Stop.
It's alright.
Everybody's already been telling me the album's awesome before I listen to it, but like, just trying not to listen. Oh shoot. Oh, it's sounding real sinister. Full stop. Can you throw that in the chat? Sorry, I keep asking you to get up. This one is super syncopated. This reminds me of Body Snatchers beat. Oh, whoa. Oh, shoot. Now Phil's back. Phil took a break with Desert Island Disc. He took a sick day, but he came back to work on this track.
I need to come in today, man, recording this song. Oh, okay.
He said, yeah, I think I'll come in to work. What the hell is that instrument? Oh, it's a Prophet. It has to be the Prophet keyboard. They have so much fun with that Prophet keyboard. Dave Smith, Prophet. I did a cover and a tutorial of this song already. You guys can check it out to see if it's any different from this original, this studio recording. B minor. B Dorian. I think they slowed it down a little bit for the album. Ooh, they brought in the like the crazy bumblebee sound from Atoms for Peace, from the song Amok. Oh. I like this version now. This is still awesome. This is still awesome. Just as awesome as the live version. It's just a little slower than that version. I remember I originally thought that part right there was harmonics. And then I realized Johnny had a 2-string capo, because everybody has a 2-string capo apparently. Oh shoot. they're just having fun with how dark they can make things sound
Yeah.
on that one. All right, so we're on to the next one. Oh shoot, what is going on with this one? What is this called?
Glass Eyes.
Glass Eyes. Got some underwater. Thank you, Kevin.
And it's a high pass filter. Sounds like.
It's a piano. Yeah, with the high pass.
Yeah.
Or with the low pass.
Yeah.
Low pass filter. I always get confused between the name of those two.
Yep. So it's the exact kind of thing that I would swap in my head.
Man, they got some low, beautiful strings on this. So there are a lot. Oh, there are a lot of strings on this album now. Ooh. This is why Radiohead is the best band in the world right now.
Yeah. We push forward.
Like, I really wanted to listen to James Blake's new album, but then Daydreaming came out with the Paul Thomas Anderson video, and I just couldn't listen to anything else. Ooh, got some crazy chord changes. We got a little motion picture soundtrack. Just
Yeah.
a touch of that in the vocal melody. They're still Radiohead, but they're better. They're still Radiohead, but they're better.
They
Oh my.
somehow managed to improve.
We're on to the next one. Can you throw this? Oh shoot, it's Identikit.
Yep.
Let's see what they did with this. I think expectations are gonna be so high for this song because they did it so well live. It's a little different. It's not as hip hop as the live version was.
Yeah.
I love how minimal they are with the drums now. Pretty soon Phil will be unemployed. I think that's a joke they made on The King of Limbs.
Yeah. Ed too. They said they're bringing a Portishead guy with them on tour again.
Oh yeah, Clive.
Yeah.
I'm his friend on Facebook.
Really?
Yeah, but he just posts a lot of political stuff all the time.
Whoa.
He never talks music.
Yeah.
Oh wow, they changed it a lot. It's just all 2E and 3E and 2E and 4E and 2E and 4E and They changed the groove a lot to this song. I love how they're playing with the snare drum. Oh. maybe my syncopation was wrong. Maybe they pulled another hidden syncopation on this one. Broken heart. Let's make it rain. Let's make it rain. T and and a T and and a. Oh yeah, the synth. They kept that. I wonder if Radiohead listened to Tame Impala. When I hear this song, I'm like, maybe they listen to some Tame Impala.
Put some reverb all on that voice. 71 viewers
Oh yeah. I just got the slapback delay. Do it, Johnny. Do it.
Yeah, it's nice having a
Dude, we're back in the 70s right here. I feel like we're back in the 70s.
a good old Johnny guitar solo. Been missing for a while.
I like it. It's very different. It's very different from the live version, but I like it. Oh, what's this one?
The numbers.
The Numbers. Oh, someone spoiled this already and said it was Silent Spring. Silent Spring got renamed or rewritten, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely back in the 70s.
There's some real rocky stuff on this album.
They definitely played up the that 70s vibe. I don't know. I feel like there's Woodstock and Free Love right now.
Yeah.
Phil came back to work on this song too. You know, with Identikit, they made Phil do overtime, had him put in the extra hours at work, clocked out late.
Some people.
Oh, they got the rickety piano too. Oh man, Colin is cranking up the funk stuff. The shimmerers and spells. I hope I don't have to redo the tutorial, but so far it's similar. Tom's voice is just like butter. We just spread it on everything.
Yeah.
Makes it more delicious. The acoustic they're using on the recording has a super floppy, low tuning sound. What did they do with this part? I want to know. Oh, they didn't do the funky weird note. One day, they in the Paris version they like did that super weird note. Did I go there here? They still do it. They changed it up though. This was like the whole part that Tom didn't play. He like omitted it when he did it live. Oh, crazy strings. You can hear in the right channel slightly Johnny's weird chord change part. Oh! Oh, I thought they were gonna keep going. I thought they were gonna keep going. Dude, they just built it up and like... I thought they were gonna keep going.
Oh, it's not over. All right.
Are they laughing on the end of that track? Are they laughing? I would be laughing if I were them. I'd be like, we're so good.
Somebody, Edward.
Yeah, I think they're
like the
laughing.
love child of Neil Young and George Gershwin.
Is that real Ed or the fake Ed Twitter?
Edward Simmentinger.
Like the Twitter. Oh shoot, the present tense. Oh shoot.
Yeah, the present tense. Let me announce.
Oh shoot. They tuned it down to E flat. E flat standard, y'all. That sounds terrible with distortion. Much more syncopated. Radiohead is like getting funkier as they get older. Man, you can hear Ed with the what do you call this?
A maraca?
Oh, maybe the capoed one. Maybe the capoed one. I take back what I said about E flat standard. Maybe the capoed one. Half step the other way. Oh shoot. chord there. Can you throw me my capo? Oh, no, it's right here. Oh, that's what happens to coffee. Can you grab that towel right there? It's okay, just leave it. I can't remember that chord. Yeah, there you go. He's got the new picking pattern, but overall it's similar or same chord progression. Crazy. Okay, next, what is Tinker Tailor something or other?
Tinker, tailor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar, man, thief.
Phil took the day off again when they recorded the last song. This is a funky chord progression, funky tonality. It's all parallel major chords. Let's see what I can do. Just parallel major chords. Who would have thought? There's your first minor chord in the song. Everything else was a major chord. Oh, they change it. Oh man, they got the orchestra. The orchestra worked hard during these sessions, man.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. Yeah. And then why don't we end it on a major? Okay, here comes the last song, I think. We've been waiting 22 years since it was first performed. True Love Waits? I don't know, man. There's no way you can please everybody after recording.
Yeah.
Like, not recording for this long and then I'm just going to shut up.
Yeah, this is...
Here comes True Love Waits. Here comes True Love Waits. Oh, here we go. Here we go. They're really going for the minimal thing on this album. It's awesome. Oh, they went early to that chord. They change the rhythm up every time they play that chord. Some bass chords. So appropriate. It's almost like 2001 A Space Odyssey now. Colin holding down the bass note there. Can you finish that last one? There's like a second of static left. I just want to hear the last second of static. Yeah, it just fades out. I like it a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Yeah, nice work. What's my mom doing? she talking to someone?
I think so.
My mom. I love my mom. She's talking down in the living room, having a great time with whoever she's talking to. But I like it a lot, a lot, a lot. I think they've been listening to a lot of funky music, especially for like the first half of the album. Everything feels syncopated. Everything. I have to listen to Identikit again because I think I counted the way they wanted you to count, where they like hid the syncopation. You know what I mean? Hidden syncopation. I don't have time to get into that subject here, but hidden syncopation meaning like they make you think the beat is somewhere where it isn't. So the rest of the band feels the song one way, and the listener doesn't feel it that way until a certain part in the song reveals where the beat is. Videotape is their perfect example of hidden syncopation. I think there's something going on with the Identikit. I have to listen to it again. Dex Dark sounded awesome. I still think Daydreaming, it's the best song they've ever written. But the thing is, yeah, it is quite a claim. It is quite a claim. But, you know, being somebody who's listened to all their stuff, and not that this makes me an authority or whatever, but I've like studied, you know, I've studied their stuff. Like, there's just so much that went into that song, yet so much also that they didn't do with that song that makes Daydreaming so great. It's like, I'm surprised it was track number 2. If you ask me where I would have placed that on the album, I would have placed it on at the end. It would have been the closer, and to leave everybody crying and emotionally devastated. I think. What else? Oh man, I'm gonna have to listen to it again. Desert Island Disc was really, really something. This whole album is just such a complex thing. You can tell these people have been lifetime musicians and that they listen to a lot of different stuff, and they find some way to channel that into songs that reflect their influences but also are interpreted through their lens. And I mean, that's something people have known about Radiohead ever since Kid A. You know, they've always known that since then. Maybe even earlier. But yeah, you just have so much maturity and restraint and sophistication. This is like the other side of the spectrum, as like Pablo Honey, obviously. You know, people really don't like that album when they think of Radiohead, and they think that's the worst album. But, you know, that was them finding their voice, and that was their voice at the time. And now you have this very orchestral, funky, folky, dark, it's sort of like they're taking you as the listener up a notch. I mean, I can't listen to the radio right now. You know what I mean? I can't listen to the radio. If I go to the car and I listen to the radio, I might like bash my head against the steering wheel, because it's just it's that stuff is, there's a certain thing you expect, you know, when you turn on the radio. It's the same chords, same sounds recycled until they get squeezed out of their usefulness in terms of like commercial dollar stuff. Not that there is like nothing redeeming about pop. I think like mainstream pop, there's some really good stuff going on, and but this is, you know, Radiohead, like I said in like a video earlier, Radiohead is like Christopher Nolan. They're like they're in the industry, but they're not. They're in the industry, but they're not. And it kind of blows me away that they reached into the vault and pulled out something new. Again, that's hard to do, man. That's really hard to do. And Tom just keeps cranking it out, man. Man's been busy. Tomorrow's Modern Boxes. Atoms for Peace. All that stuff happened between The King of Limbs and now. And yeah. And I think hearing this on vinyl, I am not like a super audiophile, but hearing it on vinyl, I think is, I think there's potential there too for another listening experience.
There's a lot going on, and this seems like something where this seems like an album where you're going to be noticing new things every time you listen to it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's so much in there, and it's like you keep going back over it and hearing new things, and any great album should do that. I don't know where I place it in terms of Radiohead's legacy, in terms of their...
Better than Pablo Honey.
Is it better than Pablo Honey? Sure. Okay. Yeah, I could say that. I could say that. But you also have to judge Pablo Honey for what it was,
Yeah.
and
Right.
early on, man, they were able to do some interesting stuff, and
Yeah. Pablo Honey, without the context of the rest of the Radiohead, is a pretty solid album.
solid, yeah, solid. I would agree with that. So this album, I don't know where I place it. It's on the level of In Rainbows. I think if you look after they came out with Hail to the Thief and got off their EMI slash Capitol Records deal, I think that's who they were signed with. After that, they went into their little cave and came out with something really classic, truly classic with In Rainbows, and it moved me not just emotionally, but and musically, but even like professionally. Like I had to do something. I had to step up my my craft as a musician and a teacher after I heard In Rainbows. It really changed things for me. And LP9, I can't call it LP9 anymore. A moon-shaped pool. A moon-shaped pool is there with In Rainbows in terms of the sophistication and the innovation. Sophistication meaning there's a lot of really, really, really complex stuff that went into it. And innovation meaning they've changed their sound, right? They have completely kind of refreshed their take in terms of recording an album. So on those two levels, it's the same. On a songwriting level, there is a lot of wisdom, a lot of maturity. I mean, it sounds like Johnny, because he's all over the album with his orchestral arrangements and this beautiful, beautiful texture of electric guitar strangeness. He even weirds out on one of those tracks. Which one was it?
The one with the like guitar solo almost.
Yeah. It was like I think it was it. Was it?
It was.
Glass Eyes.
I think it was Glass Eyes.
Was it Glass Eyes?
Or the Numbers or something.
The Numbers. Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah. So Glass Eyes. This being the first time I've listened to it is like a blur. Like I can't think back to any track being a track.
Have you noticed
it's
the
still
tracks? The tracks are in alphabetical order.
Yeah, I think so. I noticed that was really weird. If you say the present tense, then the entire thing is in alphabetical order.
Or the numbers.
Yeah. The numbers, the present tense.
The numbers throws it off, but if you just go by numbers, it's there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. If you add the before present tense, or you take away the in front of numbers, it becomes alphabetical. Not sure what that means. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. But
flows well.
There's always this talk with every album that comes out that people are afraid that this is their last album.
Oh, the chat is saying Identikit has the guitar solo.
Oh, Identikit has a guitar solo. Oh, yeah. For sure it does. I mean, it's just smearing altogether right now for me because I am... It's an album right now. It's an album. And when you hear individual tracks later and you kind of pick your favorites, or you like to listen to this track while you're driving, or this track while you're maybe, I don't know, chilling at home, or this track when you're working out. I don't think of Radiohead as exercise music. But if you're listening to certain songs and you have a certain association with them, then you begin to develop a relationship with that particular song. And I remember this past weekend I was listening to OK Computer in full.
I listened to it this weekend too.
Yeah, for the first time in a really long time. And I was doing it with Ellen because I need Ellen to brush up on her Radiohead, which is virtually nil, and to get ready for the fact that we have tickets to Shrine Auditorium August 4th and Outside Lands following directly after. It's gonna be a crazy fun trip right before our wedding. And she got to know OK Computer for the very first time, and it was like super intense for her. It was like overwhelming because there's just so much going on, and she's not used to listening to a lot of music that like really you can't analyze. There's too much going on the first time, you know. And she when she was listening to it, I was like biting my tongue because I was like, what? All these songs are on one album? You know, all of these hits,
Ones,
these huge songs. Like, okay, Airbag, huge. You know, Paranoid Android, huge. And it's like 1, 2, you know? And then it's just 3, 4, bam, 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 bam. Homesick Alien. Homesick Blues is Bob Dylan. Homesick Alien, Karma Police, Let Down, No Surprises. Don't forget Fitter Happier. Don't forget Fitter Happier.
Biggest hit.
My favorite one.
Biggest hit.
And yeah, man, Climbing Up the Walls, Electioneering, and then like Climbing Up the Walls, and those songs are heavy. Yeah, Exit Music, Lucky, The Tourist. How are all these songs on one album? Was like I had to hold my tongue while she was listening because I just wanted to have her own opinion. I was like, how can all these? Because you have a relationship with each song individually.
Yeah, totally.
And then you have your relationship with the album, which is sort of over time you develop your favorite songs and you listen to them. I only know one person, Brian Lum, my music buddy and long time friend. He only listens to OK Computer in order as an album. He never listens to one track or whatever. I don't know if I believe him. But he listens to the whole album in its entirety. And I feel like the same thing will happen here, where you have a Moon-Shaped Pool, the album, but then you also have a Moon-Shaped Pool individual songs that you're going to have your own relationship to. I mean, I know that sounds kind of obvious, where like, okay, of course you'll have your favorite tracks, but there will be a depth of a relationship with each one of those songs that there's going to be some aspect of, hey, there's a sound, this is the soundtrack to my life right now. And you're going to hear new things when you listen to it a bunch of times. And In Rainbows, very, very similar for me. When I first got into it, it was all about Faustar.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then later on, it was all about, I think it was Last Flowers, the B-side.
Oh, wow.
And
That's a dark song.
Yeah, it's very dark. And then it was all about Reckoner, you know, and I just completely immersed in that one song. That song was it for me at that moment. And
somebody in the chat, people were saying, Warren, don't ignore the chat, and then I said, I'm here. Then they said, prove it.
Okay. Prove it, Kevin. Kevin's here. Yeah. It was all about Reckoner for a while, and then it became 100% about 15 Step.
Yeah.
And then it was all about Weird Fishes, and then in recent years, the only song that like took over my life was Videotape. And then to some extent, All I Need is so good. And I think the same thing is going to happen here with this song, this album, except it is going to be very hard to displace In Rainbows. Yeah. In Rainbows is something, it was like a gift. Like, it was a gift, you know. I paid them $8 for the Pay What You Want download for In Rainbows, and then I didn't know that like you would get the the CDs and the digital download when you bought the box set. So I came back and bought the disc box, spent another $80, so $88, and I paid for that, but I felt like I got a gift. That was how I felt about In Rainbows, and I feel the exact same way about this album. And it's gonna be like boom, 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 boom. The King of Limbs, I think everybody has their conflicted feelings about the King of Limbs, right? They have your great tracks on there, like they're really, really. The Silent Spring / the numbers of the King of Limbs was Give Up the Ghost, and Give Up the Ghost was something really special. Bloom, man, what an open. Radiohead always knows how to open an album. They always know how to open an album. I was, man, and the extra 2 tracks that are gonna come on the special edition. The extra 2 tracks. There's 2 extra tracks, man.
I didn't even know that. I bought the special edition.
Good.
I
didn't read it. I just bought it, and then I went back, and then I read the description of the special edition, and they have 2 extra tracks, and they use the word extra, right? But extra means like more than you need, more than is necessary, and I'm like, how are you gonna say extra, man? How are you gonna say extra as if it's not necessary? Yeah, we need these 2 tracks.
Right.
Give us these 2 tracks. So I'm very excited about that. Those 2 tracks coming. I wonder if they'll be released before the box set, because the box set is going to take a long time to get here. It's going to be in September. Yeah. What is it? It's May 8th. Now over to September, June, July, August. 4 months for those 2 new songs. Is that really going to happen? Oh man. So I think there's plenty more to say about this album. I would say for now that it's really hard to displace my love for each album. And maybe my favorite album before this, hearing this, was In Rainbows. And I don't know. It's a question mark. It's an open question. I don't know if it can displace the special place that I have in my heart for In Rainbows. But A Moon-Shaped Pool is...
It's not better. It's equally as good for different reasons.
I can't say that.
Can't say that?
I can't say that. I can't say that because, when you say the word equal, it quantifies, right? Yeah. This is not a quantifiable thing. But opinion's an opinion. And at this moment, the jury's still out in terms of the opinion on this album, in my mind. There's stuff on here that, from a musical perspective and from just an arrangement perspective, that is way more impressive than anything on In Rainbows. But that doesn't necessarily equate to a great song, But I have to say, this band is like this album is a great snapshot into that's what they call it. It's an album, right? Where does that word come from? I think similar ideas, like a photo album. You have a snapshot of where the band is right now, and I'm very excited for where the band is right now. They're going to go on tour. They're going to bring along Clive and the double drummer and play some smaller venues in addition to the festivals. And if you have a chance to see them live this year, you got to count yourself very lucky, because there are a lot of disappointed people there who didn't get tickets. I'm very, very excited to see these guys live. It's sort of like, I don't know if you guys are basketball fans, but I grew up a Warriors fan, and there were some really dark years, and yeah, I won't lie, I stopped caring about the band. I was very about the band, I mean about the team. I was a very fair weather fan for a while, but then Baron Davis came, and it became We Believe, the We Believe year, where we went to the playoffs. And that was, the resurgence of the Warriors. And now we have the pleasure of watching Steph Curry play. Well, he's doubtful right now with a knee injury in the playoffs, but we have the privilege and honor of watching Steph Curry and the 73 win 2015-2016 season Warriors. Their best team in history. The numbers say it. That's how I feel about the band. That's how I feel about Radiohead. We have a very, very special privilege to hear the work of Radiohead. Very excited to watch them live. And let's see, maybe this live stream can now become a little more vintage Warren Music-esque, and I can try and break down a song. On camera, we'll see what happens. So I'll go through, let's see. We'll just listen to the album again and maybe focus on one track right now. I think that's a good idea.
Maybe do
Focus on track.
Dex Dark. Maybe.
Dex Dark. Okay.
Kind of did Burn the Witch and Daydreaming.
Yeah, let's look at track number 3. What's
So
going on
here.
here?
You no longer need this. Do you need this mic still?
I need both, I think. Can you help me? I don't know what I'm doing here. We'll do it live. Let's see. Does it stay on?
Come off.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. We have to.
Okay. There you go. Cool. So let's see what I can do with Dex Dark.
Want me to play it?
Yeah. I go to this chord now. Oh, it's so funky. It's so funky. They got that stuff from Bloom in there. Okay, okay. Let's do this. Let's try and oh, too much. Let's do one thing at a time. One thing at a time. We'll do I'm going to figure out Dex Dark. Let's just choose Dex Dark. Man, crazy. Dex Dark. Love that song right now. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you guys don't know, I did a live stream on Burn the Witch, a live stream on Daydreaming. They're very, very long, unprocessed, unedited videos. And they're just videos of me learning the song as I'm hearing it for the very first time. And that's it's what I'm doing as I'm figuring them out. And I think we're gonna try to learn Dex Dark. Try to learn Dex Dark because it's the next song on the album.
Yeah.
Not because it's my favorite. I love it, but you know,
It's next in line.
it's next in line,
Yeah.
and the next person in line gets served.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it
First
works
come,
in
first serve.
It's how it works in America. I've been to some countries where lines don't exist.
That's crazy. That's
But
absolute
let's do it.
chaos.
Let's do it. Everybody, I'm going to start a... oh, people are staring at my chest. Okay. I'm going to start a chord chart for Dex Dark. Chord chart time! Woo! You guys want to learn how to play Dex Dark? You guys want to play Dex Dark? That sounds weird. Want to play Dex Dark? It sounds like a board game. Card game. So we're going to create a new spreadsheet here. He goes down to the low E on that one. So here we go. Dex Dark. Share it. Bless you, Kevin. Bless you. Here we go, guys. Bam. Somebody already figured out Identikit. That's cool. Good job, dude. Dex Dark is Subterranean Homesick Alien Part 2. Interesting. I don't know.
Quite a claim.
I don't know what that means exactly, but I can. I'm down with that. I guess. So you guys are just tuning in. I'm gonna work out the song. Here we go. Next start. 1 E and a 2 E and a. This is a 16th note subdivision song. Move this.
So the alien comment is a reference to the lyrics. Are you talking about space maps?
I don't hear lyrics the first time I hear any song. The first thing I'm kind of that leaves an impression on me is just the tonal stuff and the rhythmic stuff, the music part, you know, melody, harmony, rhythm, the big three. Speaking of which, I have one module of videos that teach you how to approach melody, harmony, and rhythm the way musicians do. If you learn from tabs, you won't get rhythm. If you learn from tutorials, you might get the strumming pattern, but you probably won't get very much about chord progressions or melodies. You might get riffs. You'll get technical information, but when you think about how musicians listen to music, it's by hearing it and understanding what's going on musically. And little plug is melody is already out. You can see the first few episodes for free. Harmony will be out shortly. I planned on having it out by now, but things came up like a worldwide album release that made me crap my pants. So that kind of happened. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Deck's dark. So if I play this now, I think it'll be okay. Copyright wise, I'll just play it in chunks. Take this off. I'm gonna make a beat. The Warriors game starts in 8 minutes, but sorry, Steph Curry. Tom York wins today. Let's see what the tempo is for this. So this is the rhythm of the track. This is the hi-hat. Oh, what? Warren, I thought you put melody, chorus, rhythm in there. What are you doing with this drum beat now? This is just what you would see if you were looking at a sequencer with all the things lit up at the same time. This would be the snare. There's a lot of stuff you can do with a grid, some graph paper, guys. It's pretty awesome. Hi-hat, snare, kick. So this is the pattern that I'm about to transcribe into this Ableton Live, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. You guys see where I am? You can see on the stream that I'm using Ableton now, and we'll just throw in this instrument, Impulse. I set the tempo already around 69 or 70, not exactly sure where it is, but for our purposes it's okay. And we're going to use some nice samples that I've collected. Gold Baby. I'm going to use some of this. Let's play it through the speakers. Bam. It's a real chill hi-hat in this song, so I will use it. This this particular sample. Let's take it up to 70 just to make it even. Here comes a snare drum. Too chill. We need some of. Here we go. I just use my mouse, guys. I'm super old school.
Nice.
Too crazy. There we go. There you go. Number X. Letter X, I mean. I'm gonna stretch this out. We're gonna do 4 measures of this. Here we go. Play something here. We'll start with the easiest part of the song to transcribe. Chill. This reminds me of that Hail to the Thief track. This escapes me right now. I'm getting old. But so he kind of omits beat 1 on the beat. So if you guys are working with a drum machine or Ableton Live, you can check out this pattern and just program it in. And the very first thing I'll put in the song is 1E and a 2E and it's a 4 and a flat 3 and but it's a very low 5. It's a low 5. And you can't really see this right now, but I'm doing it here. I can just sort of, if you guys aren't following along with the grid, check out the grid. Looks like this. Does he do a... has a flat 7 and a 1. I think he does. Flat 7 and a 1, and then goes back. And they like to do this thing where you play something on beat 1 and then you never play it on beat 1 again, all the times that it repeats. And so that little bracket there just means that they're not going to play it on beat 1. They're just going to hold the 1 from the previous measure. So we'll come back to me. Cool. Awesome. So we're going to just go along with this transcription bomb, and that 1 is it's an A. And so what's 1 in A is the A, the first note of the scale. A little too much hair on that note right there. So that is 1, which is an A, and then I'll just write that in. 1, 2, flat 3. We're using the A minor scale for this part of the song. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5. Flat 6, flat 7, 8. So you might be like, Warren, how do you know that all of those notes are there? Well, you kind of just listen to it and collect each note as you hear it. So when Johnny Greenwood's going, he's doing 8, flat 7, flat 6, 5. So every time I hear that, I'm like, so I always think of the ants go marching, but you know, I don't even know if that's in there, but it just makes me think of that. Da 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 is the 8, the flat 7, the flat 6, and the 5, and what that means is you're playing an A, G, F, E, and I don't hear A, G, F, E because I don't have perfect pitch, and you don't need perfect pitch to be able to learn music. You only need to be able to tell the difference between if a note is higher or lower, how much higher is this from that, or how much lower is this from that, and you can train that. It's like a muscle you can train. And so that's the A minor scale there. We got the A minor scale, A natural minor, because there are different kinds of minor scales, but this is the one that works for this part of the song. A natural minor scale, da 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 da. So we got the electric guitar. This is kind of the electric guitar, and we're gonna edit that. Bam. And this is sort of the ending. This is the ending for the or this is the main drum thing, I'll say. We'll just leave that for now. Okay, so that's the ending. Just you don't have to go in order when you're figuring out a song. It doesn't matter what order you go in. I always go in a certain order when I teach my students how to do stuff when they're playing by ear. And what comes first, Kevin? What comes first?
Rhythm, melody, or harmony?
Yeah, what comes first when you're learning a song? Not the hardest part, the
Easiest part.
The easiest part, right? Because when you get the easiest part, the next part is going to be that much easier because you have more information that kind of fills in the puzzle. Every song is like a puzzle, and when you do a jigsaw puzzle, you start from the corner pieces, right? And when you do a crossword, you start from the easy words.
Start with the things that you can pick out.
That's right. You start with the things your ears can pick out. And then once you can pick those things out, the other things, you have more information around those things. And what that means in the context of this song is the ending. The ending, if I get the ending tells me what's going on here and there with the ending, and then what comes before it kind of can connect to what I already am certain about. And the ending just gives more and more information, more context for what's going on with the rest of the song. So now that I'm thinking about this thing with the ending, it's a very different section from the other parts, but it tells me information about the other parts. So we're gonna go back to the beginning. And this is my A. And what is this note? It's a D. So we have this D. Playing my beat now. And this is we got some chords here. We'll not count the intro for now. Keep going. I hear a major chord going to another major chord, but it's non-diatonic. Dun, I'm hearing it. We're in a different key in the beginning, and the key in the beginning is kind of a D major-esque key. 1, 2, 3, row 5. I'm writing on row 5 right now. It's like a major minor hybrid scale. And the same thing is happening with Guess Again. If you guys remember from tomorrow's Modern Boxes, Tom York is using kind of a hybrid scale of major minor, and certain chords will employ the flat 3 in the scale, and certain chords will imply the 3, or use the 3, or use the flat 3, not imply, but straight up natural minor in the key of D, and major in the key of D. So we got D, E, F sharp, G, A, B flat, C, D. Bam! So there, and this F sharp will become an F. And so these two scales are the D kind of major minor hybrid, or some people call it the Mixolydian flat 6 scale, which I think is a very, very mouthy way to say it. So I don't think that's particularly useful.
Mixolydian with a flat 6.
It's Mixolydian with a flat 6, right? But it's a mouthful, and if you don't think of, that's not what you think of when you hear that the song. When you hear something like this, you're actually thinking it sounds like the major scale, but there's a minor part at the end, major minor. But a lot of this is preference. It doesn't. I don't know if there's a standardized name for this. I highly doubt that there is. So D major minor scale, and we're gonna go back to row 11. I'm gonna insert a bunch of rows and scoot the ending down. 9 rows above, bam. So what is the first chord of the song? It's a D major. It's a D major, which is a 1. Okay? It's a D major. Let's do it quickly now. So it's a D, and then a B flat, and then a G, and then a D. And I don't need to play it on my guitar to check, because I'm telling my fingers what I'm hearing, rather than trying to noodle around on the guitar and then kind of guess till I get it right. I'm telling my fingers what to do, because I already understand what I'm hearing using theory. And I hear a major chord going to another major chord 2 whole steps down. So that's, which is a B flat. 1 E and a 2 E and It's a B flat, which is a flat 6 in the song. So we'll use a certain thing to start it off. Let's try orange. And these are both kind of the orange. Let's do a light orange. And you would use this part for this scale for this part of the song, and this scale for this part. And then the G, is it a major or minor? A G minor. I put it on the syncopation, but it's not a syncopation here. They love syncopation, but they didn't use it there. Okay. 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a G minor is a minor 4 chord in the key of D, and then D major again. How many measures do they play D major before they go back? 2, 3, 4, 1. And then so they play 2 more beats there. So I'm going to move this over and I'm going to black this out, which means we don't play beats 3 and 4 here. Instead we recount from here. So what does that mean? That means that we have a 1 1/2 measure phrase from rows 11 to 12, and then we have a full measure phrase on row 13. Doing it live. Okay. So we're gonna call this the verse. We're gonna call this the verse. I almost didn't use my grammar there. But here comes the rest. And then the next one is an F major. I can write that in. Actually, don't need to hear it again. Here comes an F major. Boom. Bum. It's a F major, which is a flat 3 chord. Bum. And then it goes to the minor 5. Minor 5 to the 1.
Crazy.
What's up?
Oh no, just crazy song.
Yeah, for sure. So, let's double check here. 3, 4. Yeah, there you go, and it goes to the flat 6. Row 17, flat 6. 1, 2, 2 beats here. 2, 3, 4. Bum, bum. Three, 4. And then the 1 chord. We're creeping up on the ending here, so insert some more rows. Bam. Two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Same thing happens here. There's the one I heard where I'm hearing some Jose Gonzalez, and just to show you why I had you hear that? You hear it?
Yeah.
Where is it? Where is it? Is it Abram? No. It's not Abram. Is it? problem down the line. No. Nope. Where is it? I know it's in somewhere. Is it? It's not Teardrop. Oh yeah, it is. Here it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like. Same key. We're in the same key. It's a key of D, Mixolydian. No. If you listen to Jose Gonzalez, he also loves Dorian and Mixolydian, just like Radiohead.
15741.
Two of my favorite modes ever, Dorian and Mixolydian. Maybe that's why we like Radiohead so much. They just use that and milk it. Just kidding. So if we go back to
the chord progression of the verse.
Yeah, the chord progression of the verse. Is this what you're asking?
This thing bordered by verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got 1, 2, 3, row 14, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, 1, 2. Not counting beats 3 and 4. 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it sounds like Teardrop by Jose Gonzalez, but not in a bad way at all. Dex. Here we go. Dex start. Back. So here we go. 2. How about I read my own transcription? How about I read my own transcription first? Okay, so we got this. Okay, so we did that. Now let's go. There's no way to hide. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he does it again. It's the last. Okay. A 3, a 4, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, a 3, 4. And he does it again. Da, 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 da. Let's go down. Bam. How many times does he do it? So we're doing that. Then we're into like a pre-chorus, I'd say. We'll just call it that for now. So going back to the beginning, I don't want to get copyright flagged again, so I'm going to just play it on my headphones and just double check on the verse structure. Do I have all the chords? Do I have repeats? Do I have not enough measures in there? Just listening to it again now. Is it off of the speakers or is it still on the speakers? Is it on the speakers? Can you hear it through the speakers?
Oh, playing it? Yeah, it is.
Let's turn it off. I have to go back to the software thing. It's so dumb. Here. There we go. Okay, audio output, speaker. Here we go. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
It's coming from there. You're good.
Okay, we're good. Alright, cool. I just don't want them to sue me. Or take the video down again and again and again. Here we go. Beginning. Let's see if my transcription's good. Measure 13. Row 14, I mean. Sounds good so far. 17. Turn it up. Row 22 coming up. Okay, cool. That's it. Those are the chords for the verse. There are a lot of repetitions in the verse. Some of it, you got your orange and light orange. And when I put orange and light orange, you can switch from scale to scale. The D major minor hybrid scale, or the aka D mixolydian flat 6 scale, and the D natural minor scale. Teardrop by Jose Gonzalez. Yeah. Those four notes are the same, and on beat one. And so it's like the same melody there for that little fragment. I wish I hadn't pointed that out to myself, but I already heard it, so. I wish I hadn't pointed out to you guys. You know, if you had never heard that song, you would never think that. So, continuing on, the verse is done. I think that the structure of it is very strange, but I want to comment on the verse. Because you got one, if we view each measure, each chord as like a measure, you got 1, 1, 1, 2. Then you got 1, 1, 1, 2. And then you got 1, 1, 2. Then 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Does that make any sense? That you know, it's just conforming to the structure of the lyrics, I guess. So it's like 3 and then 2, 3 and then 2, 2 and 2.
It's just like
3 and 2, 2 and 2, 3 and 2, and then 2 and 2. Let me write that down. Is there some kind of structure to it? Because when I listened to Sail to the Moon, I didn't know that there was a structure to the intro. The intro goes 7, 2, 7 into the number of beats. 7, 2, 7, 6, 2, 6, 5, 2, 5. So you got this thing where it goes like 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 1, 2, 3. So 7, 2, 7, 6, 2, 6, 5, 2, 5, and then the last one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, and 2, and 4, 5. That's enough of that. Okay.
another song.
You guys know I covered and taught that song, right? That took me a lot of time to do. Hope you watched it and enjoy it. Put a lot into that. They put a lot into that song, and I just kind of uncovered it. But I translated it to acoustic guitar, which is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play it on the guitar, even though it's a piano song. Music theory in your training.
So,
That's what I'm saying, guys. That's you gotta listen. You gotta hear me. Music theory in your training. Okay. It's not for everybody. Not everybody wants to invest that time and energy to really train your ear and stuff. It's not easy, but it's worth it. I promise. If you want to do it. So I'm gonna write down the structure again, and we're gonna use this on the right hand side here. I'm gonna make a little commentary where you go 3, and then 2. We'll go like that. 3, 2, and then it goes 3, 2. Can you guys see it on columns S and T, starting on row 11, and then 2, 2, and then 3, 2, and then 2, 2, and 3, 2, and 2, 2. That's the structure of the verse, guys. If I were to write it all down, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. It doesn't seem like there's any like halfway point where it repeats.
yeah.
Let's see, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. My family's watching a Warriors game. That's good. Those are good sounds. 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. Yeah. So the first part repeats 3, 2, 3, 2, and then there's 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, and there's this little 2, 2 in the beginning. Little 2, 2. So if I were to just kind of do a little different color here, we can do 3, 2 like this. 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. So you guys can kind of see how that goes. And then we'll use a different color here. 3, 2, 2, 2. It's really, really funky, this structure. Okay? You guys see it now? 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. So these are little pairs of the way the chord's kind of structured. So when you have 3 chords in a row, they always do 2 beats each, and the one chord is always when it succeeds, I should say, when it follows a minor 4 chord or follows a minor 5 chord, basically any chord other than itself, it's a 2 measure thing. So those are always 2 measures each. It's good to know. Now, if you guys want to cover this, you gotta learn lyrics, gotta sing it, gotta play it all at the same time. But the chords are super easy, okay? And it's just gonna be, this part is super easy. I just play an open D major chord, which is X, 5, 7, X, 7, X. And then this minor chord here is another open chord. So A minor would be 5, 7, X, 5, 3, 5, X, 3, and I'll put all this stuff down on the side. And so, very cool here, very cool. I like it. Now, if you keep going to the next section, here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Colin comes in. So we got a key change here, and this is this reminds me of the present tense. Sorry. There's this part in the present tense. I've taught that song before the picking pattern changed, the latitude version, and I don't know where it is in that part. Let's see. There it is. So it has the same chord progression there, and it functions a similar way in the song. It kind of changes it up. So we'll put the chords down as what does he sing there? In a world darkest hour, in the darkest hour. I don't think it's a key change anymore. It's just a change in the mode. So we got a flat 6. And then a flat 2 major chord. Okay, and we need to pick a new color for this. It's a pretty big change, so I'll use yellow. And the new scale I'll put up top, starting on row 9, will be yellow. Yellow, and this will be a D Phrygian. You got a Phrygian. Phrygian, guys. Did you know Dr. Dre uses Phrygian and Locrian? Kevin?
Say what? Say again?
You know Dr. Dre uses Phrygian and Locrian?
Really?
No.
On all of his tracks?
No.
Or just a lot?
No, just a few.
Yeah.
Like, Gin and Juice. Gin and Juice, man. Check out Gin and Juice. It's got a mix of Locrian and Phrygian in that song. So we got a D Phrygian scale. Pretty crazy. Radiohead likes to throw in D Phrygian every now and then. Note Lucky. Look up some Lucky. Look up some Pyramid Song. Phrygian. Check it out. So 3 and 4, and then this is for 2 measures actually.
Pretty cool.
Very cool. It's a major 5 chord, so of course we've screwed everything up, and now we have a new scale here.
threw that in just for funsies.
Just for funsies. So it's the 5 chord. Well, they do this on Burn the Witch too.
Yeah.
Burn the Witch, they're using mostly Mixolydian, and then they use major for a section, just one section. And so we'll use red. Maybe we'll use a light red because real soul red is a little atrocious on Google spreadsheets. So D major. And these are the scales. Why am I writing this, guys? These are the scales you would use if you were writing a melody or a solo over this section. And you would want to know which notes work if you didn't want to be clueless. So C sharp, bam. So the A major chord comes from the D major scale. It's the 5 of the D major scale. Let's see, how long does he play this for in this section? 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 A chords, and then a B flat, and then G minor that repeats twice. We'll call this the chorus. The 4th time. Oh, awesome. Oh, awesome. As soon as we go back to the verse, I just felt like the song got more awesome. Now that I've written down, it just got more awesome. Now that I've like appreciated kind of what's happening musically in it. So awesome. And it's just they go back. So went to the 6, not the flat 6 there. So the major, he's doing it as a 1 chord there, sort of, but you know, for the sake of simplicity, I'll leave it as a D major, and then he goes back to the D major minor hybrid scale. D major minor hybrid scale. No, it's D natural minor scale there. D natural minor scale. Cool. So the chorus got that funky thing going on. All right. Cool. And I think he does that 4 times. I could be wrong. Could be 5. I might be wrong. Sick Radiohead pun, bro. Never gets old. Okay, going back to the verse. Let's see if the chord progression is the same thing. Now they do it on the syncopated. Pre-chorus. Oh, right there. and then they change keys. So then they're going back to the verse, and the verse is the same, guys, except that the chords happen on the offbeat. Okay, so we're gonna insert a bunch of rows above. Okay, bunch of rows above. Here comes verse 2. Verse 2. And verse 2 is basically going to creep in to the chorus.
Good one.
You see that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
What's a good one?
Creep. It's gonna creep in.
It's going to creep in. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Is this Radiohead pun hour? Is this Radiohead pun hour? Oh, man. Oh, man. You know, I'm just here writing the numbers.
Yeah, right.
Just here writing the numbers.
They're like jigsaws.
Yeah, gee, gotta wipe my glass eyes here. Caught me daydreaming. Oh, jeez, Warren, stop it, just full stop.
Make a full stop.
Full stop here. I can't believe people are watching this. I can't. Why are people watching this, Kevin?
Hey, you know,
Before we're done, what?
No surprises. You know?
Oh, this. Wow. You know, a pun and is really good when you cringe inside. Yeah. When you feel this ugh. You feel disgusted. You feel a little let down. I agree. Oh man, you're way too happy with these puns, bro. You're way too happy with these. All right, let's tone it down.
You are way too happy.
Oh wow, you. No, not the word you. They don't own the word you.
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 2. Settle down. My buddy used to say, simmer down. Okay, so verse 2, it's the same, but all of the chords shift over, meaning that we have a syncopated thing. Everything comes in on a 1E and a 2E and a E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a E and a 4E and a E, like that. So boom. So I will put this where those reappear. So verse 2, bam. This one goes like this. This shows up again when there's 3. Does it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't show up again because it's a 1 chord. Oh, it kind of does. It kind of does right here. It kind of does. Let's not. It'll complicate things. Okay, so here comes a flat 3. That comes in early. And when you see brackets there, folks, that just means the chords previously, it's held there previously. And then this one becomes the 5. Row 43. And it's so much harder to read now, but it's a very simple musical concept that it starts on the and. Well, I'm too late. I could have just made a note and not changed any of this, but I've committed. I'll just make a note next time when I maybe clean up this grid. And then this one goes here. This
That's
one
good.
goes
Pretty
here. Easy to follow for you. You've seen these a lot. You've seen these a lot. Kevin has seen these, and he knows how to read these. Everybody else is like, Warren, why can't you just write tabs? Well, I'll tell you guys why we can't write tabs.
Sanchez says these puns are
Oh.
That's it. I'm done.
Oh, man.
Saw that one.
Man. Wow. Very good. Thank you, Kevin. We all need a little bit of lightheartedness to break up this. Yeah. All right. So, why don't you write tabs, Warren? Well, I could write tabs, but they would take forever, and they don't convey even half the amount of musical information conveyed here. So with a little bit of music theory insight, you learn a lot about the song. You learn about the timing of the chords. Look at a tab. See if a tab will tell you the timing of the chords. It won't. Ask a tab to do anything other than to give you sort of a superficial amount of information about a song, and it'll fall flat on its face. If it were a person, it would be really funny to watch a tab like try to walk and fall down on its face. But learning a little bit of how high notes, low notes, what chord numerals mean. They mean chords. They mean the numerals are shorthand notation for 3 notes at a time. What is a flat 3 chord? It's flat 3, 5, and flat 7 of the key. And these things sound like complicated to people who are uninitiated. I sound like Bane when I use that word. The uninitiated, it's not that big a jump from not knowing that stuff to knowing that stuff. All you have to do is learn half steps and whole steps. Major scale. Done. Just hammer that into your brain. So continuing on this thing here. And then moving this over. Bam. And then bam. Now I'm like Emerald Lagasse. Bam! Okay, this is tedious, folks. I know. But tedium is actually a big part of making music. You have to do a lot of things that nobody gets to see behind the scenes to get anywhere with your instrument, with your songwriting. Steph Curry again, basketball example. The dude practices drills with his balance, with his core. Dribbling drills, kind of flashy. Shooting up 3-pointers, kind of flashy. But all this other stuff, the conditioning, the eating right, the sleeping early, people won't see that. People only see the product on the court. People only hear LP9 and think, wow, great. I'm going to look up a tab or a tutorial and sound exactly like Tom York. Yeah, okay. You got to put in the tedium, guys. It's nothing glorious about it. But there it is. I believe it's finished. It is finished. Verse 2 is finished. Wrote everything down as an It's an of 2 or an of 4. So we're coming in a little bit early. And this last one on row 38, I will write a comment. Final time. Boom. Okay? That's a comment on row 38, column P. Final time. Okay, so after this we change keys. And sometimes we get this one on row 58. What's the scale now? So Colin's playing. Drop my pick. Happens to the best of us. Yeah. So funky. Da 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 da. And sometimes you hear this. One, or it's the 8 because the 8 is the same note of the scale, just octave higher. So 8, flat 7, flat 6, 5 of the key of A minor. Okay. Ending. You have some of this optional part, okay? Optional guitar 1. This is Ed, probably. And then Johnny, guitar 2. You know? It's very minimal, but for some reason I think it sounds like Johnny. Is Ed still in this record?
Is he still in the band?
Is he still in the band?
Ed.
I think he is.
Poor Ed.
Ed on Weird Fishes.
Oh, they need him to do interviews.
Watch, guys. When they tell the history of the band Radiohead, it'll be Ed who, like, he's like the glue. He's like the glue of the band. You'll see. We kid. Ed is like really important. He does texture. He does ambient stuff, and he wrote some of the most jammiest jams, aka "Go to Sleep."
They lose a lot without Mr. O'Brien.
Mr. O'Brien. Okay, so we got the ending. Okay, and put it. I don't like this color. I'm gonna use this color. Where it's like a light blue. Light blue. Boom. Okay, maybe a lighter blue, lighter shade. No, we'll stick with the browns. Yeah, I like that. Kind of goes better with the orange. Does it matter which color I pick, guys? No, I don't think it does. Except it's just got to be easy to read. And the colors are here. And unfortunately, some of you who are colorblind, you can sort of see shades, I guess. But the colors are here to help you match things up with their scales and to also contrast with previous sections. Now, this is kind of a proprietary way of writing music out. I don't think I've seen too many people do it this way, but it's a modification, again, of the time unit box system, which is something that I picked up from my time in UCLA. And the time unit box system is called Tubbs for short, and it's awesome. But it's only limited to rhythms, usually. They use it to transcribe West African rhythms, and especially all the stratified layers of drum circles and Nigerian stuff. It's pretty amazing. So that scale, let's write that scale in. I'm going to use this lighter one. Somewhere 3 down. That's better. There we go. So A natural minor scale. 1, 2, 3 down. Bum, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I think it's the whole song. Now, when we write in the chords, in the song structure, I'm going to put song structure. Song at the top. Song structure. You see song structure, guys? I'm going to put in that in black. And then when all the scales are out of the way, okay, this is the basic drum pattern. Okay, I'm going to put that in there, and just because it's different, leave it a light green. And get past all the scale information. Here come the chords. Chords. And after this, I'm going to jam out on it. What do you think?
Sounds good.
It might get banned, though, because it'll sound This may sound arrogant, but it'll sound like the original. It'll sound like the original because then they might ban it. I don't want them to ban it. So what do I do? What do I do, guys? I think I want to jam. Oh, Kevin. Kevin, you're stoking the flame. You're stoking the flame, sir.
I'm teasing.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. You, Kevin. Oh, Kevin. Okay, verse 1. And then V1. And then what? The pre-chorus. And then the chorus is in the key of D major. So in the key of D major, we got these two colors are too similar. We'll use D major scale is a light purple. Yeah, there you go. D major scale is a light purple. What happened here? Is this D Phrygian? Okay. The Phrygian and then the D major. I forgot to change the color of D major. Boom. It's now D major, guys. Boom. Got the chorus now sorted out, hopefully. And then the chorus, boom, C. And then verse 2. Here comes verse 2. And then the pre-chorus and then the chorus. I think there was a change in how the song was played the second time through. Let me listen to it again. He doesn't go to the chorus. He doesn't go to the chorus that second time. That's why. Darkest hour. And then the pre-chorus is followed by a link. We'll put this on rows 57. There's a link. Here comes the pre-chorus. It's just a one chord. He does da 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 da. He goes da 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 da, and I'm on row 58. Ba 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 ba. And he's doing that third row down color. And this is we'll use bright we'll use purple. 5 flat 7 5. Oops, it's on B4. Okay, and then we got this on the link. We call this the link, okay? This is the link. And it's the one chord. The one chord. And it goes kind of that D major sound again. And there it is. And so this is a section that is different from the others, but it uses the same scale. And that's why I've used the orange on rows 57 and 58. And then the purple just for the section that's called the link. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? Boom.
Makes sense to me.
Okay, so the link. Bam. Delete column. Okay. And here comes the ending. The ending is just that kind of like rose color. E. Boom. There's the song structure. That I put it under chords, but it should be under song structure. So I can kind of leave the basic drum pattern hidden in the song structure. There it is. If you want to see the basic drum pattern, you just expand rows 2 through 4. The song structure is here, and that's the structure of the song. It should be, unless I listen to it again and realize I missed like a whole like repeat of maybe there's verse 3 and I skipped it. But the song structure just goes like this. Now here are the chords. The chords go in the one is a D major, okay? The orange one, I'll say, is a D major. I'm gonna more merge horizontally. I'm gonna unmerge these. Fixing the thing so I can make a little bit more room. And then there you go with the chords. Incoming. And this is your 5 or X, 5, 7, X, 7, X. And this is your flat 6. It's light orange. And that's the color. And then this is going to be flat 6, which is a 6, 8, X, 7. And then the minor is going to be a 3, 5x 3. And then back to the 1 chord. And the flat 3 comes in after that. So these are all in the order in which they appear in the song. Flat 3. You can play it as an F down here or F down here. Up here, I should say. I like it up here. X for now. I might change my mind. It goes X, 8, 10, X, 10. And then down on the next chord is a minor 5 chord, which is the same as a minor 4, except it's 2 frets over. 5, 7x, 5, xx. Any questions? Anybody? I realize I've been just plugging away, and there are no questions. I haven't answered any questions. Kevin, are there any questions in there?
I'm looking. What's your favorite song of King of Limbs?
Bloom.
Warren, why is this song so good?
Or Little by Little. Or why is it so good? It's funky. It's funky and simple, and it's got a great melody, and it reminds me a little of Jose Gonzalez, but it's like, it's so chill and groovy. And what is groove? We're going to explore the concept of groove in the rhythm module, believe it or not. WARRENLANE.com. Warren Music. We're going to explore groove. We're going to get to that. We're going to explain as much as there is to be explained about rhythm and groove. There's something called the pocket. There's called laid back. There's something called on top. And there's something called shuffle, aka swing in other circles. Amazing, amazing things that if you've never delved into. Rhythm is such a huge part of this song.
Asks, how would you play that without an orchestra / strings?
I would. Sometimes you have to make an artistic decision, Tyler. It's an aesthetic thing where you're like hearing everything, and you obviously can't play everything, so you have to choose. So how do you make that choice? Well, you have to choose what you prefer to translate onto your instrument. In an ideal world, you could mimic all the different parts at the same time, and you never know until you try if you can attempt a bunch of parts all at once. I have a student right now. He's playing Aphex Twin's Avril 14th on one guitar. And we started this song like a year ago, and it was like this really long project, and it's been really fruitful, and we've had to take breaks from it to come back to it when you're just getting kind of burned out on it and you want to like try new things, right? You can't work on a song forever and then just expect yourself to get it. If it's a really big project, you have to give yourself breaks. But he's learning Avril 14th, which is a piano song, and it has 2 or 3 hands in the song. And I think it was not even physically played on the piano. It was probably programmed. And he, or at least multi-track recording, recorded like 2 or 3 times. And he can play most of it on one guitar. You never know until you try. But in the event where you have to choose, Tyler, you choose what is most prominent to you. What part is the most important part that sticks out? And then you try to build your arrangement around that. So, the classic example is I choose the vocal melody of... or Let Down. Not Let Down. Lucky. You can emphasize certain parts at the expense of others and still evoke the original. I mean, the idea is that you're supposed to be faithful to the original, not replicate absolutely everything about it. Radiohead already did that. They don't need you to do it. So, you just try and make it your own, and in certain cases where you have to choose, I would say go with what you're feeling is the most essential thing there. And for me, the essential thing, I try to work that into the melody. Another classic example is, what is it? There we go. A self-fulfilling prophecy of endless possibility. So I did this really high section for the beginning of the Analyze on the guitar. And if you haven't seen the acoustic version that I've done, go for it. Translated it onto that instrument. But doing that was really, really tough during the verse. So I decided to kind of make an easier version down here. But the intro felt to me that it would have been wrong if I played the simpler version. I wanted to make it sound super authentic and super faithful to the original, so that the intro lacked something, so that I came up with this thing on top. I don't remember which one I came up with first, but the idea is I came up with that, and then I came up with something else, or I came up with something else, and then I came up with that, because I felt like something was missing. It was lacking something really important, and then I worked that in. Now, that process is not super straightforward. if you don't have music theory background. But if you do have a music theory background, it's literally as simple as taking the melody that you hear, taking the harmony that you hear, and taking the rhythm you hear, and writing that down. If you don't write it down, you have no hope of learning a really tough song. Just write those things down, and being able to see where the notes happen, in which places, is what allows you to do stuff like, you know. And then
Tyler then is asking, how do you think Radiohead will play those string parts live?
the string parts.
Yeah.
They'll either tour with an orchestra, or they'll find some way to use their 5 members to kind of create some more atmospheric stuff. Johnny's very, very good at that. Ed's very, very good at that. I think if you're expecting something as magnificent as a full orchestra, and then you have the band without the full orchestra, you're going to be disappointed. Same thing with Bloom. When you hear the live version of Bloom, they chose not to reproduce the electronic sample looping stuff. Instead, you got Tom going like, what is it like? How does it go?
For which song?
Bloom.
Oh, yeah, right.
He goes. Whoa. No. Yeah, what do you do? Oh. Come on. No. And then he does. You get that stuff. Yeah. So instead of doing that, they decided to, do it on the guitar. Do you like that? Or do you like the original better? Or do you think they're, each their own thing, right? Like Game of Thrones is a TV show, and A Song of Ice and Fire is a book series. A book's a book, TV show, TV show, Do you feel like that? Or do you feel like you prefer one or the other? I actually prefer the album version. I know it's like blasphemy, because when people are like listening to the King of Limbs and then they heard the In the Basement version of Bloom, they're like, oh my god, now I love this song. And I didn't like the original album version. I totally felt the opposite. I was like, this album version is amazing and this live version is great, but I really wish they had like created that loop a little bit more live rather than to just port it over to the guitar. I don't know how they created the loop. Maybe they don't know how they created the loop. Maybe they created the loop and it was just like such an amazing ambient loop, and they're like, wow, we don't even know what went into it anymore. Can't do it. Gotta try again some other way. But let me continue with this. I'm getting super carried away. I need to finish this chord chart. And man, I originally had this idea with Kevin to just cover the entire album in one night. I realized that is very unrealistic with one guy. If we had another guy just learning the vocals, another guy and the lyrics, another guy learning the this stuff, the drummer doing the drummer part, the bassist learning the bassist part, it might be doable. If anybody wants to create a band like that with me, shoot me an email, That would be crazy. Be crazy. But we got to do more than Radiohead because there is more live than Radiohead. Despite the fact that I am
more bands out there.
there are
It's crazy.
what?
There's more than one band at Outside Lands.
There's more than one band outside Lance.
There's more than just Radiohead. It's crazy, huh? I don't know why they would do that.
Crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. So we got those chords from the verse down, okay? And then the flat 2 chord, guys, the flat 2 chord is right here. Written it. And the flat 2 chord is very present tense like, which, you know, I'm sure everybody is interested in the picking pattern for that. I have not forgotten. X68. Maybe. I don't promise anything. I like to under-promise and over-deliver. First rule in business. 5 chord. Here we go. 5 chord. How does the 5 chord go? It's the A. I like to play the open version. 5x, 57x6xx. And then you got those chords. All of those are the same. And back to the 1. Da 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 da. And I think it's a song. Is that it? Kevin, can you help me scan the chords in the chart and see if that's it?
Yes.
5 minor, major 5. Yeah. So far so good.
1 flat 6 4 flat 3 5 flat 2 5.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. I feel like we're only a few people in the world are watching right now because this is like everybody else is asleep. This is the West Coast watching, and like maybe Hawaii. And Tyler says, yeah. Oh, Tyler. Oh, you, Tyler. Tyler is the man responsible for the Amok tutorial for the live guitar part that is on YouTube. He sponsored the tutorial. He commissioned it. And any of you guys, if you are, if you have the budget, you can commission a tutorial on any song. Any song you like. And it's your option to keep it to yourself or to share it with the world. Tyler, generous soul, offered to share it with the world. And you can learn how to play the live guitar part for Amok because of Tyler. Well, because of Radiohead, because they wrote it, or Alice Repeats, because they wrote it, but, you know, also because of Tyler. Everybody thank Tyler right now. He's the man. Asking good questions, too. He's asking great questions, for sure. So we got the chords here. Tyler knows how to read this stuff. He's seen it before. He has seen it before.
Crush Ratio says, I own a part of Julian.
He owns a part of Julian. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Man, that Kickstarter, that was the craziest thing I've done. One of the craziest things. So here we go. I'm going to put a little donate link just because you guys, you know, sort of appreciate this and see value in this, I imagine, you know. So I'll put a donate link. Somebody told me to do it, and I was like, really? Would people do it? And then the guy who suggested it did. It was awesome. I really, really appreciate it. I was moved a lot. Some big words, just so you don't miss it. Super obvious. Super obvious. If you've been enjoying this tutorial, there are other ones. I did Burn the Witch. I did Daydreaming. If you have time, you know, chill with your instrument in front of the live stream breakdown and chord chart and even the practice track for Burn the Witch. I came with a practice track. I'll come out with a practice track for Dex Dark too, because the thing is pretty consistent throughout. Basically one beat throughout. So if we look at Daydreaming, I can find the donate link so I don't have to leave that text there without any link. Pretty awesome if you guys don't donate. But you know what? I would have done this anyway because, well, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it like as thoroughly as this. I would have just taught myself, and I don't need to be this thorough when I'm teaching myself. But when other people are, checking this out, I try to go the extra mile and put in all the details that would otherwise be possibly unclear. So that's why I think maybe donate thing is cool. If you don't want to donate here, if you want to learn to do what I'm doing, it's not an easy road, but there's a series dedicated to it, a web series. So I think we're nearing the end of this here, so it's time to jam. I think it's time to jam, guys. It's time to jam. Who cares if they block it? Feeling it. So here we go. Here we go. Boom, 2, a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2. Can you help me scroll down, Kevin?
Yes.
As we read through the document,
Over up
can
here.
you just help me scroll down so that I can read it? Thank you. Row 16.
Yep.
So, right. 15, okay? 1. No. Where does the beat come in? There we go. 2. That's hard. 4. And 3, 4, and a 1, 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, down, and down, and 3, and 4, down, and 3, 4, bass comes in. Dun, 2, a 3, and 4, and 2, and 2, a 3, 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 2, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and 2, and this part's hard to read. And a 2, and a 3, and a good, and then 2, and 2, and good, a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 2, and a 2, and a 1, and a 2, a 3, and a 4, and a 1, and a 2, and a 4, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 1, 2. Oh, the pre-chorus. Let's jump back to the pre-chorus. 1 and 2 and 3 and jump back down after this. And 2 back down. Okay, here we go. Here's the 1 chord. 1, 2, and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. was fun, guys. I had fun. Hopefully you guys had fun. I will write in the chat and say thank you for checking this out. And bam. Thank you for joining and participating. Philip, my pleasure. Do you guys have any questions? Any last questions? We'll be done for tonight. I think that was plenty. We might be able to catch the fourth quarter playoff game. No questions? Which may be daydreaming. Can you play There? It's my birthday. Let's see. Maybe the beginning. In pitch dark, I go walking in your landscape. Broken branches trip me as I speak. Do I know good music theory books? Virgilio. I don't know how to pronounce your name, bro. Music theory books. No. You need a teacher. Or you need a web series. Bing! Hey, Talia. Were you in the right tuning? No, I was playing it in standard. Because whatever. But if you play it in the right tuning, it'll be a lot easier and it won't sound weird when you get to the end, Talia. I have to do this weird thing with my fingers. It sounds terrible. And it sounds wrong. But I did the beginning. Jake, yes I did. I've seen you request some of the chorus of other songs. Just let you know, Jake, there is a donate link. Keeping it real, bro. We all gotta eat. Jake. So, Dex Dark. Yes, I did list the chords for Dex Dark. It will be available soon. Can play the Green and Lonely. Was so green and lonely. By the way, do you guys know that I write music too? It's not all about Radiohead all the time, okay? I write music too. Check out my SoundCloud. See if you like it. The songs are an expression of my soul. Here you go. Check it. Oh, thanks, Kevin. You're too kind. He's looking forward to the lift. Yeah, maybe it'll be one of the extra tracks. B-Ball and Collins. You should be watching Warriors right now, B-Ball and Collins, not watching me. A moon-shaped pool. AMSP. I've never seen AMSP until today, but that's a moon-shaped pool. It makes sense. TKOL, IR, HTTT, AMSP. Is it like Radiohead? No, Jake, it's like me. What a weird question. Is it like Radiohead? No, it's like me. But if you mean it in a good way, is it like good like Radiohead? I hope so. That's a weird question. Why would I want to sound like someone else? Yeah, weird question. But, you know, I'll love Jake. It's just keeping it real. Warren, can you teach how to do eighth note dot delay like in Identikit? Oh man, you know, reflect. There are probably a million tutorials on eighth note dotted delay. I don't want to, add to the noise. But maybe when I do get to do it, I'll do it my way and I'll do it properly, not like at the tail end of like a live stream. Know someone of Muse? You mean, do I know music of Muse? Yeah, I've taught some Muse. I taught Knights of Sidonia to a private client. He chose to keep it to himself. Dude, Muse is a killer band. In terms of songwriting, I maybe...
One of the best electros I saw in the city.
Yeah, they're entertainers, man. They're sick. They're sick musicians. But yeah, Relief, Talia. Oh, thank you. I gotta release some new stuff. I have a song called Release too, and that one's on YouTube. But Release and Relief, two different songs. Yeah, those are songs I wrote. Hopefully you like. Livingston got ejected. You serious? I'd rather watch you, man. Plus I'm a Laker fan, so I'm over the playoffs. LOL. Laker fan, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. You guys have a dynasty. You guys had Kobe, you had Magic. Come on. You had Jerry West. Spoiled. LA is spoiled. Radiohead plays in LA. Why don't they play in San Francisco like a local show? No, they have to play Outside Lands Music Festival. Why do you guys get Shrine Auditorium? LA is spoiled.
Yeah.
So spoiled. They get everything. Or you could just look at it as LA is awesome. LA is just awesome. But Burden. Oh, thank you. Victor tries. People actually listen to it. It's crazy. All right. Steph Curry or Tom York? Tyler, they're brothers. Steph Curry or Tom York are brothers. Their father is the Lord Almighty.
Yeah.
It's just that Steph Curry is the only one that acknowledges. Tom York, he does it differently. He reflects the divine through his art. But anyway, we got to call this a day, guys. It's been a real pleasure. I will make the core chart private because I would like to be able to put my message out in front of you guys, get the word out about what I'm up to, and try to teach for a living, which is crazy. It's teaching music for a living is not easy. So I want to get my word out there and make it private so that people can share their emails to get access to the core chart. And we will resume at some later point. I don't know how much more of LP9 I can crank out within this week, but we'll see. Maybe some surprises up our sleeve. No surprises, but some surprises. Last Radiohead pun of the day. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Thank you, guys. Ashley, Crush Ratio, Soda Stereo, Gustavo Cerati. No, I don't know them. But Posiomero, you can hire me. If you got a budget for it, I'll teach you any song you want. Edward, thank you. Philip, thank you. No more puns. No more puns.
We gotta put a stop to it.
Gosh, guys. Love that guitar. Love this guitar? Jake, Hope you could check out my music, Jake, even though it's not Radiohead. It's not Radiohead, it's me. And I think I write stuff. I try to write the best stuff that I can write. Hopefully you think the same, but, an opinion, it's an opinion. Alrighty, take it easy, guys. We're going to call it a day. Hopefully see you again soon. Alright? Peace out.